Hello,
Hey,
hello. Hi,
hey.
everyone. This is Dave and Roxanne.
Welcome to our page. If this is your first time tuning in, we always love to connect with you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We're pretty global in this page, right?
Yeah, so we're currently in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We live here. And yeah, we always want to know where you're tuning in from because our hope and our goal and our dream is to, travel and, experience different culture, try different foods, and of course, meet amazing people like you guys. So thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, there's a subscribe button somewhere in this video if you want to get notified when we go live. We usually do go lives once or twice or three times a week.
Yeah. So a lot of you know that, especially the people that follow us, we came from a 3 day life and business summit. Pretty powerful. We're just unpacking our notes as we promised you guys, and we ask you if you guys want our notes. And there's a lot of powerful stuff, but today we want to share with you one of a very powerful way on how to release your unprocessed emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful because the other day when we were in Orlando, when we were in the last day, what was that? We were in Disney Springs. We shared with you the 4 steps to achieve any goal.
Mm-hmm.
Step number 1 is know what you want, just kind of a review, do the work. But step number 3 is this: stop dwelling on missteps. And missteps is got to do with emotions. And even Ray Higdon said it's why people like to dwell on missteps or things that didn't work out for them, because it's almost like a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
People feel alive when they talk about you know uh, um, you know the things that didn't work out for them. It becomes their story.
Yeah.
If you didn't
Well,
do
you're addicted to that kind of emotions,
feeling,
right?
yeah.
Feelings of frustration, feelings of anger, feelings like, when you're late, when you're,
Hmm.
like, what do you do? It's a habit. It's a chemical reaction in your body, in your mind, that when this thing happens, you react to this situation, the same thing over and over. You felt the same way.
And it's powerful because on those 4 steps, you said this number 3 is the hardest,
Yeah.
because some people, that's the only time they feel alive. Give you an idea. For me, for example, one, and what that does is he has this analogy that you're trying to get to your goal, right? It's like a train track. When you feel that emotion, because you're trying to go this way, but when you start to feel that emotion, you go back to the same problem, right? So by releasing this unprocessed emotion, you go back to your goal, but you keep going back to the old story, round and round. What you need to do is like a train. You got to keep going here. When that happens, you have to release it, so you go back to this thing. So I was saying earlier, one of the things that I struggle with is that I beat myself up if I don't do the things that I'm meant to do. For example, right, I wake up at 5 a.m. That's the alarm. If I don't end up waking up at 5 a.m. and it's already 6 or 7, for some reason there's something in me. Maybe when I was a child, I beat myself up and I dwell on that emotion, and I end up not doing the thing I'm supposed to do, which is work out what I need to do, right? So by being able to learn this strategy or technique, you can release that emotion and then go. Because again, the third is to stop dwelling on your missteps, and number 4 is mental rehearsal. If you cannot work on step 3,
Yeah.
it's really hard to achieve any goal,
Mm-hmm.
right? So anything I did.
No, that's true because if you like Ray Higdon, our the mentor that we attended to. He talks about that's the hardest, the
Yeah.
number 3, because really, if you're dwelling on your misstep, dwelling on your mistakes, dwelling on you're not feeling good, you're mad at yourself, or you're mad at someone, right? Or you're frustrated about something, then you cannot really do like a rehearsal in your mind. You cannot do the next step,
Yeah.
which is a fourth step, which is mental rehearsal. Really, mental rehearsal is, because I know some people were asking, is really working on your mind, directing your mind to think of something about your goals, about your, really like imagining that,
What it looks like when
what
you're
it
there.
looks when you're there. But if you're stuck on number 3, then you can't really do anything,
Yeah,
right?
a misstep could be an old story, like how you failed before, you're gonna fail again.
Mm.
If that you need, it's about, once that happens, is about catching that. When you can catch that when you catch that, because a thought is always associated with a feeling, right? When you start to become afraid again, or this might happen, you have to catch it, and then you have to, instead of going back again to this emotion, you have to go to your goal, your different direction, right? It's some powerful stuff. It's like kind of we heard of it before, but the way it was described is amazing. So we're gonna share with you this powerful step. By the way, thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Rebecca, watching from Toronto. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Tial from Iowa, USA. Watching from Paris. Wow. Oh, Hagan, Marina, thank you for tuning in. Watching from LA, Twiggy. We'll be there tomorrow. We're gonna be traveling.
Yeah, it's snowing again. Maybe we
Yeah.
show them.
Okay. Right now, it is starting to snow in Calgary. So we're excited. We're going tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, we're going. We're flying with our son Caleb, and of course our parents are coming with us. We're bringing them. We're going to a cruise, and we're meeting some of our business partners as well in a cruise. So our port is in LA. So we'll be there for a day, and then go for 4 nights.
So we're so glad because it snowed again. We're gonna escape this thing again.
We're excited because
so
it's I think 1 degree Celsius right now, and then of course in LA and in parts of Mexico it will be really warm. Hi, Stephanie from Calgary. Yes,
I was just saying earlier that in Orlando the weather was beautiful, and we came back to snow. We love Canada, but we love to escape the snow. So
we have Leia watching from Vegas. Yes, Leia, we're gonna be in Vegas on November 7th, so we'll find time to meet you as well. Hi, Donnie from Milan, Italy. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're excited to go to Europe, parts of Europe next year, Italy, Paris.
Now that the world's open.
Yes.
So
Illinois.
again, as going back to the topic, the third step, we're talking about emotions today. How to release unprocessed emotion. I mean, there's a book, right? Where does it come from again?
Okay. Well, how to release the unprocessed emotion? One of the speaker is her name is Jenny Potter. She wrote a book, self sabotage no more.
Yeah.
So she talks about some of the things that we're gonna share right now about how to release that. And we haven't read this book, but it's really.
You just thought like kind of he on.
She.
Yeah, she gave us the biggest tip on that book, really, what you need to get out of it. By the way, if you're watching this and you resonate with what we're talking about here, that self-sabotage because of emotions that you dwell on. How many guys can relate to us? Comment me. I agree. Like sometimes you dwell on that emotion and you ended up going back. So how do we release unprocessed emotions? There's 5 steps, and it's an acronym.
It's called alarm method.
That's right.
So the first way, or the first step, is really it means awareness. So really, when you feel something, let's say like you have to be aware of the feeling right away, and you'll know because you feel something. You feel either you felt you felt hurt, you felt frustrated, you felt angry or something. So be aware of that feeling right away, rather than like sometimes you could be extreme, like you could be someone that shove it off, like not try to feel it, not try to acknowledge it, right? Or maybe you're someone that you dwell on it too much, right? So the first step is really being aware of how you're feeling.
It's really catching it. We talked about catching that emotion, catching that thought, right? That's same thing. Awareness, knowing that this is happening throughout the day, right? And this is why you're getting the same result over and over, is because of that, right? So first is awareness. You got to be aware, right? The reason why you are today is because of some emotions that's not serving you. So that's the first step, awareness.
Remember the time that you used this one recently, when I think he was frustrated about me being late. not being late. Like he's scared that I will be late, but I'm not really late,
Yeah.
right? In
That's
the
another thing I struggle with. I think men. I was asking Chris the same thing. Uh, we struggle with this.
So we told our group, right? It's just the four of us that went to the event. Coaches Chris and Karen. We say, okay, we're leaving at 7:45, right? A.m., right, to go to the event. And of course, I know the time, but I'm relaxing. I know my time, so I'm taking
Yeah,
my
me
time.
too.
At 7:30, he's frustrated, and so good thing he caught himself, right? You're
Mm.
aware that you got frustrated. And then the next one is, what did you do? The second one is
So in the acronym ALARM, the second letter is L.
location.
When you don't feel good, when you feel angry, when you feel stiff, it usually shows up in your body. For me, when I start to become irritated or like uneasy, it's usually in my neck here somewhere.
Mm.
This is where I feel it. So there's a location. Some people it's in their gut. Some people you probably don't know. It's like
Or head, like they
some
got
people
headache.
headache, right? So you got us aware first, and then it shows up in your body somewhere. For me, it's here somewhere. I feel stiff, or some people in their gut. So there's a location somewhere
Mhm.
where you're gonna feel it, literally feel it, because you felt that
So
emotion,
where
right?
did you
Here, it's here.
for you
Yeah.
last time?
So
Okay, and then the third one is you have to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? When was the last time I felt this way before? Because if you notice, right, that kind of feeling, it happened already before,
yeah,
right? Like for him, every time we go somewhere, and if he thinks that I'm not ready, if he thinks that we're gonna be late, he get anxious already, get frustrated right away, right? So you have to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? When have I felt this way before?
yeah. You have an example for you?
Well, you're telling your example. Do you want?
So that's uh,
I'll share that next time. Okay, release. So that at least there's one example.
that's right.
I can share my example, but
Next is release. Now, release. If you never heard of this before, releasing. There's an emotion, right? You can mentally think about your neck or your shoulder, whatever it is that you're feeling, and you can pretty much just open yourself up. You can just go like this, open it up, and imagine releasing that emotion. I do this in the meditation. They make you imagine all the feelings, all the bad emotions you have, and you can literally see it move in your body and put it in your hand and release it. So in this case, now you know where it is. You can kind of just relax your shoulder and kind of release it, let it out of your body. And by opening it up. And she showed this
event.
in the event, right? So
Yeah, you feel the emotion, you welcome it, you relax, you allow, you unpack, and you release it, right?
let it go, because
Let
he
it
said,
go.
I
Yeah.
notice it, but I don't have to dwell on it anymore. I can just let it go. I can release it so that I can go back to where I want to go, which is your goal. Not
Mhm.
again go back to again. This is chemical. So if this is happening over and over, your body feels alive when you. For me, sometimes when I'm frustrated, I really want to dwell on it, but you've got to get out of it. That's the key here. And
Mhm.
last is
Mantra. Mantra is really like your intention.
yeah.
What do you want to happen, right? So, for example, you replace the word, let's say you replace frustration or irritation with calmness. You're more calm, right? So you say, I am calm. I am relaxed.
How do I want to feel
How do I
today?
want to feel, right? So you actually say it that, okay, I am love.
Okay, I want to feel empowered. I want
Yeah,
to feel I want to
I'm in
feel relaxed.
control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm, so the opposite of that word, right? So you
So for
say
me,
that.
anyways, when I was frustrated, it's like, how do I want to feel? I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel I want to be patient. I want to be empowered. I want to be loving, inspiring. Like those are
Mhm.
the kind of things that at first it may take like a while,
Oh,
but
and isn't the replace or the mantra, like you do that
yeah, release is the
release?
release is the
So
release.
when you're trying to release the emotions, there's a gesture that's so easy though. You just actually do that,
No,
your
you
hand,
open yourself up like this,
and then
let it go in.
Like with your hand, you
or
feel.
you can, for me, I just go like this, let it go.
Yeah.
But that's one way you can do it. If you want to like visually releasing something, bye, bye
Like
bye.
let's say if you're, even if you're, let's say you're in a dining area, you're with your family, with your kids, you get frustrated with your kids, you can, as long as you notice it right away and then you acknowledge it, you release it, right? And then you say it, right? Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I think it's not easy in the beginning, but the more you use the technique, the more it gets easier, right?
It's really, I didn't even know how important it is. This like being aware to achieve your goal, and I just realized, a lot of people, the reason why they can't go to their next level is because
Mm-hmm.
they're stuck. They're stuck in their old story, in their old emotions, in their
Mm-hmm.
old, in their old way of thinking, right? So the last is the mantra. So have a powerful mantra. So that's it. So I hope that um, basically in the book, and we haven't read it, it says there's a UPE score. It's the unprocessed emotion score. You can
Yeah.
actually go through a lot of your emotion, and you can do this exercise. You can use it throughout the day, or maybe you can go back. Maybe there's a lot of
They said that the average person has over 400 unprocessed emotions.
wow,
So this mentor we have, Ray Higdon, he has over 1,000, right?
1,000, yeah.
1,000 unprocessed emotions, and then his wife only have 40
Yeah.
unprocessed emotions. So it really, like, because like when you have unprocessed emotions, you either like get sick, or you actually, like, not able to release that emotion, and it's not good for your health as well, or your relationship.
Health, but also we're talking about, let's say we're talking about business.
Oh yeah, like
It's
the when you set goals, for example, you wonder why you set goals and you can't achieve it, right? Because somehow, because our brain has what is it? It's an autopilot, right?
mm,
So you're used to, let's say you intentionally, the next day I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna create an ad, a winning ad, I'm gonna do a go live, I'm gonna do this. You set some goals, but then because of things that happened on that day, you automatically
self sabotage.
self-sabotage yourself. So it really, we're excited to read that book.
Yeah.
um
Well, we're just by using this method
yeah,
already.
even the mantra,
It's
the
already
alarm
helping
method,
us.
that's really good.
So I hope we gave you value, and I'm just curious how many of you are willing to try this out, or even just grab the book, because I know this is powerful stuff for me, anyways. I
Mhm.
hope
It's
gonna help.
helped me too.
Yeah, I hope it's gonna help
I
you.
use it today.
Yeah, on the next episode, on the next video, Roxanne's gonna share her example.
Whoa,
Not
okay,
here.
okay.
All right, so thanks for tuning in. I gotta jump out to another meeting. So keep your eyes peeled
Yeah,
on our
that's right,
page.
JD. Unprocessed emotions causing a lot of stress. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, definitely need to try, Elizabeth.
I love it. I love it. Awesome.
Awesome, Leia.
Thanks for tuning in. We keep your eyes peeled on our page. Tomorrow we're gonna fly out again out of Calgary
To LA.
to LA, and then on the cruise. So we're gonna continue to share with you our journey. So thanks for tuning in. Um, that's an episode, I guess,
It's
of
not a new
unprocessed
day, but
emotions.
awesome. Well, if
God
you
bless
get
everybody.
value from this, feel free to share it. Tag some people that you know that could benefit from this. So, God bless you and have a
Everybody
great day.
have
Bye.
a blessed Tuesday. Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
Yes, Tuesday. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.